Hello everyone, this is Bad Our Boy, and here we are back playing the Cold War mod for HOI4 as Egypt. And last time we saw the beginning of the Korean War, and I wanted to explain about Rise of Nations, but there has been no more time. But hey, don't fear, because I believe this video is out just right after the last one, so I think we're good. Also, I think I want to go for the state of foreign affairs. And then go for the Egyptian army, because this will take place in like 1952, hopefully, so we'll have some times to do some stuff over here. I'm not gonna push for the annexation of Sudan. I'm gonna go demanding establishing a republic. Let's go for the states of foreign affairs. A new world order is emerging. The hostile state just beyond our borders. It's time to fix the state of our foreign affairs, and let's get more political power. In the meantime, we have researched this. Let's also grab this and even more. Get more search speed. So as I was saying in the last video, and for example, in the Rise of Nations, a turn-based RTS game. Basically, let's say we play as the Soviet Union. You're gonna see a map that's similar to this, and we have an army like over here in this area. They tell us the Americans are there's a war in Korea, and the Americans are pulling something off, so go there. You do, for example, you have like an army in this region, you move it over here. Ask, do you want to do this action, because this will be considered as your round. You accept, and then an RTS battle will start, which is the Korean War. Basically, the south is the north is invading the south, and you as the Soviet Union need to support this. And you're actually gonna capture Seoul and just push them back to Busan. Then the UN is gonna come in. See the second battle of Seoul. The south took it, and the south is pushing for the north. So you basically push back, and then you get pushed back, and then China basically says, we can support you, but you need to sign a non-aggression pact with us. Which kinda restricts you from going into Vietnam when Vietnam War happens. But I always say I do not need Mao, but in the end I tell him, please Mao, help me, because I don't know, it just doesn't work for me. I played it like a lot. I always picked the Soviet Union because they had like interesting games. In North Korea, like fighting the north, capturing the south is way easier than fighting as the Americans to protect South Korea and maybe push back north. To go all over the world, there's even a mission in Afghanistan, and the winner is the one that persists till the end. If you do not collapse. Right. Let us see. What are industrialized states? This industrialized Bahr al-Ahmar, which is over here, and is also called I don't know. I thought they were called over here Al-Bahr al-Ahmar over here, state for Saudi Arabia. I guess I was wrong about that. This is Bahr Ammar. Is this real, or should it be Bahr Ahmar? I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that. Correct me if I'm wrong, people. Anyways, let's see. So this place is not industrialized. This is not industrialized. This is not industrialized. These two are not industrialized. Alright. So now I'm gonna spend $25 billion industrializing one of them. This is still pre-industrialized. This is still pre-industrialized. This is still pre-industrialized. Still pre-industrialized. This is still. Oh, for fuck's sake! Am I spending my time on nothing? Right, this is some bullshit. Some fucking bullshit. Can't I do this on my own? Oh. Takes 90 billion. Do this. And what I did was invest 75 billion into it. So I invest one more time and I can industrialize one of these. I see how it works. And to upgrade these I need requirements. Oh, now I get it. Should have read more about that in the tutorial, but I guess I'm not much of a reader. Because seriously, I want to play and not read, and reading kind of bores you. But hey, I love when I discover things like that. It's way better than reading them. Believe me, it's way better to discover stuff. Yeah. I actually want to play as Vietnam. Did I state that before? Who won? Oh. Yeah, the communists in Malaysia won. And Sukarno is over here ruling like a boss. Let's see what we can do. Can't do the Suez situation. I think it's more based on events. We can also do the Gaza Strip. Sponsor the Fidaiyin. We can go do the Anglo-Egyptian Sudan. I think I'm gonna go for the Gaza Strip. After the humiliation we faced after the Arab-Israeli War of 1948, we retained control of the Gaza Strip. I think it should be written as after the humiliation that was the first Arab-Israeli War, or the Arab-Israeli War of 1948, we retained control of the Gaza Strip, or after the humiliation we faced during the Arab-Israeli War. Yeah, I think this guy fucked up really. Like losing the war, the 1948 was basically this dude's fault. He didn't arm his men very well and didn't really coordinate them. By the way, where is it? It should be on not this. It should be over here somewhere. The Egyptian army got encircled, and guess who was encircled with the Egyptian army? None other than our boy Abd el Nasser. I mean, the guy did see war, so he's more equipped with a country. Just ignore all the defeats that the world has faced, that the Arab world has faced. But here we are gonna learn from the mistakes of the past in our history, and we're gonna alter it through this game. Yes, we will. Right, so what I'm going to do is I have enough to combat British influence. Then later I'll have enough to combat all influence. I don't want any of this to be existent. I want efficient air freight, power coating, total productive maintenance, titanium alloys. I need more to get more GDP, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build an office part over here right after these all end. What did I want to do? I wanted to do something. But I forgot what it was. Oh, you can also negotiate arm contracts and get weapons by buying them, but it's gonna take forever for them to get to you. That it's way easier to build them on your own. You can also negotiate some from the east and the west. Oh, now I remember what I wanted to do. Yeah, I was in production, and I wanted them to go to 10, but it's 64 now, so yay. I want this over here. Alright. So let's put them in order. One that takes most would be at the top. Looks like that. And these guys will just upgrade on their own. Yep. No specs then, do we? The Singapore. What does the British have as a tree? Election for 1950, Conservative victory, Liberal victory, or Labour victory. Have the army. Elections of 1951. Can bring back Churchill, which happened before in one of my games. Also, is the tweet like I only have like 3 parties: Labour, Liberal, and Conservative? But the Americans have 2, the Republicans and the Democrats. These party systems are weird. Only real system is the one-party system of the Arab Union. Yeah, that was a joke. So don't kill me, YouTube. Alexandria, Iskandariye, محلة الكبرى، دمياط، طنطا، منصورة، القاهرة، سعيد، حسن، شرم الشيخ. Sharm el-Sheikh is here? I had the impression it was... Oh yeah, they are going after the Colts and over there. I thought that Sharm el-Sheikh would be over here somewhere. I was totally wrong. This is the Gaza Strip. It's actually developed. It's nice. Oh, we can dump our influence into a couple countries. I think I'm gonna dump these 1 point into Lebanon, 1 point into Yemen, and 1 point into Libya. Where is it? I mean, coloring them would be good. I also guarantee them. Oh, I can't. Oh well. Alright. What I want to do is get this right now, and what? Research helicopters. Let's go up. Go for the rapid adoption. know what? I'm just gonna do this fast because I mean we have the command for it. So let's do it as fast as possible. We can also preserve our national sovereignty. Now 85% independent. Actually the second influencers of Syria after French. We are producing more food. Which is a good thing. We are meeting the demand. Let's do this. You know what? I don't know if I really want to combating influence right now, but having those would definitely help us later on. Really keeping up political power is just gonna be something we are interested in. So once we reach 500, I think I'm gonna just start spending it, but not right now. Sudan should become its own sovereign republic, which will save us from the future problems would have if we retain control of Sudan. For annexation, we must pressure on the British for them to allow us the annexation of Sudan. We can partition it. Partitioning Sudan will prevent future instability and give us control over the more Arab-friendly north. Full annexation of Sudan, residing offer. Forget about that. Status of the Anglo-Egyptian Sudan must be decided. We can demand the annexation of Sudan or let Sudan exist as its own sovereign republic. We're gonna back that. Right. Once it is over, we're gonna go on the matters of Yark. Egyptian armed forces. Egyptian armed forces are perceived as backwards and incompetent. We have to look into our armed forces to fix these problems. Can I get rid of the 1948 Arab-Israel war? Showed us the weakness of our army. We must fix them to avoid another humiliation. Right. And we can remove the incompetent officer things. We got Abd al Amir. I think I know the guy. This name is not strange for me. Isn't he like the Nasser's best friend? Okay, this is about yeah. They will put on trials. What's his name again? Abd al Amir. Alright. Let's go open it. Spinner was an Egyptian general and political leader. Was the vice president of Egyptian office from March 58 to March 58, 30 September 1965. President Gamal Abd el Nasser, The office was established by him, succeeded by Zakaria Muhyiddin. He's the Minister of Defense. He was staff of the Egyptian Army. Was born in Samalud, died in Cairo. Egyptian Army, Field Marshal. Suez Crisis, North Yemen Civil War, 6 Days War. He has the award Hero of the Soviet Union. Okay. He was Nasser's representative in Syria. He was detained in 1961 by the rebels in Syria. Also, I just saw a cool picture that I'm gonna edit it in. I'm definitely gonna edit it in. It's just so cool not to put it in. As you can see, it's Amir on the right. Isn't Gamal Abd el Nasser in the center? The Speaker of the Parliament back then, Anwar Sadat, in 1965. Just look at this trio, right? This is beautiful. Right, let's see what happened to him. In August that year, Amir along with... Alright, if you want, you can also... Oh my god, what's happening to the Korean War? Yeah, hopefully Mao intervened because this is disgusting. Watch this as I read to you about his arrest and contested cause of death. In August that year, Amir along... What year? 1967, I believe. Amir along with over 50 Egyptian military officers and 2 former ministers were arrested for allegedly plotting a coup to overthrow Nasser. He was kept under house arrest at his villa in Giza. According to official Egyptian position, Amir was rushed to hospital on 13 September 1967 in an attempt to save his life after he attempted suicide by swallowing a large amount of poison pills. Upon the arrival of Egyptian officers to question him after surviving being taken home the next day, coalition forces approaches Yalu River. Time to see what Mao would do. The People's Volunteer Army enters Korea, and now they declared war. And actually they joined a faction called North Korea. So to prevent them from joining the Soviet Union or any other faction. I believe so. Not so sure. Yeah, his death is surrounded by mystery. Oh, he was the guy that ordered the retreat from the Sinai Peninsula after Bouajila got taken by the Zionists during the 6 Days War. He ordered the retreat from the Sinai Peninsula, and which basically meant the defeat of Egypt, the 6 Days War. Then he was relieved. Then he probably maybe wanted to coup his best friend, but I'm not so sure what happened to this, nor I am feeling like it should be discussed right now, since it's not what I do on this channel. I do not discuss these mysteries, but some people say that maybe he was killed, other people, but the official statement says that on Wikipedia. It's all in Wikipedia, I do not know how to pronounce this. I'm not sure how much the truth, because anyone can edit Wikipedia. And well, I think crossing to China. Hopefully not. At least Pyongyang still stands. By the way, South Korea can actually take over China. I'm not joking, they can do it. I think it's North Korea capitulated right now. Oh. Video sense for 6 go. Right, now let's do the army. Have a year until we can get rid of the monarchy, so we're just gonna chill for the time being. So I think I knew his name was not really that far away from my head because I knew of him being basically NASA's representative in Syria and being the de facto ruler of Syria during the United Arab Republic at some point in time before the Syrian coup d'etat and the breakaway of Syria from the Union. But what's more is that there was a TV series, an Egyptian TV series about him. I think it was called Sadiq al-Umr or Sadiq al-Darb, which in translation is like the friend of the bad, the friend of the life, which kinda means best friend, and it was played by. Let me Google it again. Let me Google it again because I keep forgetting names. I can recognize the actors' faces, like I know them from their face, but I'm really terrible with names. Let's see. Besides, we have nothing better to do than just sit here and wait for some revolution to happen. Yes, here it is. It's Sadiq al-Umr. It's a TV series since 2014. Cast and crew. Why can't I? Alright, so Bassem Samra, he plays Abd al Hakim Amir, and IMDb doesn't really give me much of the series cast. It gave me just 3 names: Gamal Sulaiman and Farah Zarruq. I think Gamal Sulaiman is the guy who Third Battle of Seoul, and yeah, the North Koreans get over again. Oh, well, cleaned up this area, and if they hung man, they can basically obliterate these people. Yeah, I think that is the ones. I think this guy played as Abd el Nasser in the series. And actually, I only watched like a little bit of it. Like there's a when I watched it, it's like a channel that posts the summary of an entire TV series, but like 4 hours. At least that's what they claim to say. Definitely sometimes take more. They really showcase the most important parts of a TV show, and they just omit the unnecessary details. And I just want to say that the lightning effects, the light effects in that TV show are incredible. Like when I watch them, I feel I'm looking at an old movie from the era, or like a documentary from the era, or I'm looking at an old picture. It's really like sometimes it goes from black and white for historical speeches and then fades into this yellowish, brownish antique, like light that it gives you the feeling that it is old, but at the same time it's not. It's acting and not historical speeches. For example, when Abd el Nasser gives a speech, it turns into black and white. Oh, by the way, let us just check on our Air Force for 14 fighters. Yes, can let them rest. You know what? One may never know when he gets attacked. Always be ready. That's what I learned from the wars in the Middle East. Always be prepared, because you never know what your enemy would do. But we'll talk more about that later on. But for now, I think it's been going on for long enough, so I'm just gonna say I'm gonna sign off right now, and see you all guys in the next video, which is probably gonna be uploaded after this video in like 30 minutes. So you're basically watching a marathon of 3 videos. While you're watching the first one, this one is being uploaded, and while we're watching this one, the third one would be uploaded. Yeah, ain't I so good for helping you people get through quarantine? You're welcome, everybody. You're welcome. See you all, guys.